This is the continuation of the previous video. That is a triumph of surgery from question number 10th. So students, let's proceed with the next question, that is question number 10th. So the 10th question is, which of the following So the 10th question is, which of the following is true with regard to the treatment given to Tricky? And the options are option number A, non-medicinal treatment, option number B, diet regimen was altered, option number C, made to exercise a lot, and option number D, all of the above. So students, let me tell you that when Tricky was taken to the surgery, he was not given any medicinal treatment. He was not put on any medications. So first option, definitely this is there, non-medicinal treatment. He was not provided, he was not given any kind of medicine. Now let's go to option number B. Diet regimen was altered. Yes, his diet regimen was also altered. He was not given any kind of sugar. He was not given any kind of sweets. His diet was completely altered. And let me tell you that for 2 days he was only given water, nothing else. So option B is also correct. Now the C, option number C, made to exercise a lot. Yes, Mr. James Harriet or Dr. James Harriet, he made Tricky to exercise a lot. He was left there, he used to play with dogs, with the other dogs at the surgery. Means he used to run, he used to walk, he used to jump, play and do everything, all sorts of physical activities were done by Tricky. So option C is also correct. So all the three options, that means option A, B and C are correct. That means the correct option will be option number D, that means all of the above. This one is really important, that what kind of treatment was given to Tricky. So please remember that he was not given any medications. Okay. Okay. Let's proceed with the next question, that is question number 11th. So question number 11th is, which of the following is correct with regard to Mrs. Pumphrey when she came to take Tricky? Okay. The options are option number A, Mrs. Pumphrey was sitting inside the shining car. Option number B, her lips were trembling. Option C, her hands were tightly clasped. And option D, all of the above. So when Tricky was recovered, when he was fit, when he was fine, his health had improved, then Mrs. Pumphrey came back to take him, to take her dear dog, that is Tricky. And when she came, she was sitting inside the shining car, that means she was sitting inside her car. She did not went inside that surgery. Instead, Mr. James Harriet, he went to take Tricky, to hand over Tricky to Mrs. Pumphrey. So option A is definitely the correct option. Now let us see option number B. As I told you that do not get overexcited reading only one answer. Seeing that okay, answer 1, option A is correct, so this will be the correct option. Please don't do that mistake. Read all the options carefully. So option number B, her lips were trembling. Definitely she was very nervous because she was away from her dear dog. So she was very much nervous to see her dog again, that means Tricky. So option B is also correct. Now option C, her hands were tightly clasped, means this way, means this shows that she was very nervous and at the same time she was excited, she was happy to meet Tricky. So all the three options are correct. That means option number D is the correct option for this question. Now students, let's proceed with the last question for this chapter. Okay. So the last question, that is question number 12, is which of the following steps would have helped Mrs. Pumphrey to save Tricky from getting hospitalized? So the options are option A, proper exercising of Tricky, option B, proper diet plan of Tricky, option C, control on sweet consumption of tricky, and option D, all of the above. So, students, if we see option number A, that is proper exercising of tricky, definitely this is the correct option, because if Mrs. Pumphrey would have made tricky exercise on a regular basis, then Tricky would not have been hospitalized as his condition deteriorated because of lack of exercise. Option A is correct. Now, the second option, proper diet plan of Tricky. Definitely, if she would have made a proper diet plan of Tricky, he would not have been hospitalized. So, option B is also correct. Option C, control on sweet consumption of Tricky. See, she used to give him a lot of sweets. She used to give him Horlicks and several sweets because he loved sweets, chocolates and several other things. So, control was not there. She used to give him whatever he demanded or whatever he liked, irrespective of his health, of his deteriorating health. So, this is also one reason. If she would have kept a strict control on the sweet consumption, then he would not have been hospitalized. So, all the three options are correct. That means option D, all of the above. So, students, I feel that with the help of these 12 questions, you will be able to solve the other questions also from this chapter, as I think you got an idea how to solve the questions of this chapter, as I think the complete chapter is revised. So, students, thank you so much for watching this video. Please study properly, study hard for your examination, and do take good care of yourself. Thank you so much and all the best.